And welcome back to the Let's Play. This is Wadball, and I'm your Let's Player for today. We're going to do something a little bit different this week. It's not a Sierra game. It's not an adventure game of any kind. It's actually a precursor to one of the favorite genres of all time, the team play, we're going to kill the terrorist type of game. And this is the one that I actually grew up with, or at least I remember playing it when I was much younger. Now, I think this was back in the late 80s. My dad had brought home a laptop. I think it was an AST. It was a laptop that was new technology at the time. It's a nice 386 or 486 or something. It was running Windows 3.0, and it was awesome. The thing was, though, it had a few games on there that I really thought was really interesting, mainly because I had never actually seen these games before. So this game is called Hostage Embassy Rescue. Let's boot it up, shall we? Alright, I think I've got 16 colors. Here we go. And nope, we don't really care about disc 2. I just don't. Here we go. Loading. Here we go. What just happened? Our embassy has been overrun by a group of terrorists. Stop. Their demands are unacceptable. Stop. It's up to you to free the embassy and disarm the terrorists. Stop. Intervention required now. Stop. Well, let's see, before we go into the game, let's think about this premise for a second. If this is an actual embassy situation, then technically speaking, the army would have to actually marshal in foreign territory, right? An embassy implies that it's in a separate country. That's really good for the embassy, but that's pretty bad for national sovereignty. Anyway, these whatever the terrorists in this particular game, they look like they're from Central America. And remember, at the time, America was still having some issues in Latin America. Yeah, not like things have gotten that much better in terms of relationships with South and Central America. But let's just go on with it. I'm sure if they made this game this time, it'd be Rainbow Six, Tom Clancy's name all over it. Yeah, time to press enter. Ooh, look at that super advanced scrolling screen. Now, Lieutenant Captain and Commander tell you about what kind of level that you're going to be playing at. Now, I usually like to play Mission Target. I actually have not tried Mission Ultimatum Rescue and Assault. I assume that's just putting different weight on different things, or, yeah. Anyway, even at all these different levels, I think there are only 3 separate missions that you can actually go on. So the entire game consists of 3 parts. You have the actual getting to the sniper positions, the actual sniper and rappelling portion, and a sort of, how do you say, Shadowgate type thing, where you go and shoot around terrorists inside the embassy. So let's just go with Lieutenant and Mission Target. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. Super awesome, super special awesome music. Alright, here we go. Your mission, Lieutenant, and that of your men will be to find the 3... could this thing go any faster? The 3 positions marked by a cross on this plan. Once you're there, you must survey the side of the embassy in your field of vision. And you must Okay, let's just forget it. I'm not going to read that particular portion. Let's just understand what this is. These 3 X's on the map represent places where your team are supposed to set up their sniper positions. It's sort of like a sniper war. And you basically shoot down windows and try to send your repellers in so that they can rescue the hostages. Now, what your team is going to be doing is starting from this lower right-hand corner. Let me move my mouse cursor here. Here we go. You're going to be starting right over here somewhere. And you have to get to these 3 separate X's. These separate X's actually will be randomized in every single game. Once you're in these positions, we send in the repellers. But first, we have to actually get into position so that we can start sniping. Let's do this. Now, I've got 3 team members. I've got Delta, I've got Echo, and I've got Mike. That doesn't sound like a very good code name, is it? Anyway, let's start with Delta. Press spacebar, and here we go. See, I'm now Delta. And you see these spotlights? Well, they represent terrorist watch lights, I guess? I don't know. And basically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to avoid all of them. Because if you're spotted by the light, you're gonna get shot. And what you can do is you can hide in doors, hide in windows, hide in buildings, hide behind stuff. And then when you press space, you go back to the map screen. Now you can see Delta is now on the X where I'm supposed to be. So let's switch over, press F2, and head over to Echo. Come on, here we go. Echo is our second sniper, and he's got to get to this spot over here or this spot over here. But this spot is a little bit easier. Let's do this. Don't you just love this soundtrack? It's like super old school PC speaker. Yeah, you get shot when you get spotted by the spotlights. And you have to try your best to avoid them because you can only take a certain number of hits. You know, like in real life when you can take, about 1, if they're competent snipers anyway. And you have and you can, I don't know, you can do belly crawls if you wanted to. Go into the hot club. Can't imagine which embassy it is that's been invaded, probably an English embassy or something. Getting shot. Let's see where I am in relationship. Oh, good. I'm at the second sniper hole. Let's go to Mike, shall we? Mikey! Hello, Michael. This is Kit. How am I doing today? Michael, I do not advise that course of action. Anyway, Mike's our third sniper, and he's got to make it over to this side over here. Now, yeah, it's kind of far, and you can only take a certain number of hits. For me, though, because I'm playing on Lieutenant difficulty, it doesn't take that much. Each difficulty gives you less and less time to actually finish the mission. When it says that I've got 1 hour and 40 minutes, I'd actually have a little bit longer. I actually have something that represents 1 hour and 40 minutes. Anyway, get down on the ground and do your belly crawls. You'd think, though, that even in the dead of night, these guys would be smart enough to grab like something like, I don't know, something called night vision. That seems kind of useful. Ah! No! Run away! Run away! Ah! So that's the really weird thing about this game, is that your team can't jump over the spotlight, which I suppose makes sense, but oh jeez, Mike just took a lot of hits there. Ah! Yeah, the turning in this game, not so good. Get down on the ground. Yeah, Mike's not doing too hot. Jump! See, I've only gotten a little bit farther, and I still have a third of the street left to go. Although, you'd think that a tactical advance unit would probably use, I don't know, cars? Armored vehicles? Or go behind the buildings and enter in from the other side and not get shot. Then again, that would take away the challenge of the game, wouldn't it?